Hi, my name's Tariq Bashir. I'm from Glasgow in Scotland, UK. My passion's always been in restorative dentistry and cosmetic dentistry, and over the last kind of few years I've been developing my skill set in this, in restorative and treatment planning and cosmetics, and recently I completed a Masters in Endodontics as well. Well, aesthetic dentistry in the UK has always, been very popular, and just now it's, again, there's a kind of push towards minimally invasive dentistry, and I think that's why there's, the popularity of cosmetic bonding, cosmetic restorations, and this is one of my kind of areas of focus, and that's what I've been doing a lot over the last 10 years, and this is what I teach as well. So it's, I think, there's a lot we can do with cosmetic bonding, and obviously we need to know the limitations of it as well. But sometimes patients don't realise that, and they still kind of try to push you towards it. But I think as you get more experience, you kind of start to realise what's doable and what's not. I came across LMRT hand instruments through social media, probably kind of 8-9 years ago, because I used to follow some of the Stile Italiano members, and I saw that they were using these, so I started to kind of look up, what are these instruments, and then in the UK there was a distributor that kind of had these, so I managed to get a set, and I've been using them since then, and this is what I recommend also on my courses. I think because the instruments are so fine and so delicate, it lets me put that kind of finesse and that kind of degree of fine kind of application of composite and composite kind of restoration, and take them to the next level, because before that a lot of the instruments were quite kind of thick and kind of chunky, and I think if you can't obviously get into some of these areas that you're trying to add little smaller areas of composite, you can't do them properly. So I think using these really nice instruments has made a big difference to the way I can do the restorations and how I can teach them as well, because if I can do them, I can teach another dentist to do the same, and I think that they made a big difference. In my opinion, the features that I look at, when choosing a hand instrument for composite restorations is first longevity, because in the past I've used instruments from big brands and well-known companies, which don't last very long, and sometimes the handle doesn't last long or the tips break. But when using the LMRT kits, I've had a really good experience with these. Secondly, I think the handles make a big difference because they're very comfortable to use rather than the kind of normal metal handle. Having the kind of the silicone handle is fantastic, because if you're doing long procedures and using these instruments for over a long time, even for periodontics, these are very comfortable when using them, and they make a big difference if you've got longer treatments planned.